started and we'll add anyone as they come in. I'll leave the meeting open and just let them join in as needed. But thank you again, Paulina, Faith, Donna, and potentially Sara, unless Sara is a duplicate Sara profile, for joining us today in our first Zoom open house. And this is really just an opportunity for the individuals that work in academic online support, so that would be like library or tutoring, to offer what kind of services they're providing in this unique circumstance, as well as just answer any other questions that you might have or redirect you to the right person to get you the right answers. First, I'd like to formally introduce myself. My name is Robert Lane. I'm the Director of Student Life here at South Puget Sound Community College. And so I typically will coordinate open house as well as oversee our student senate, our campus activities board, the food pantry on campus, and a couple other things. So I just wanted to welcome you all and know that we are really here to support you through this transition, and hopefully we'll be able to answer any questions you might have. So what I thought we might do is just do some quick introductions of the individuals, since there's only about 10 of us here today, so we know who you're talking to. And then for students, if you have any burning questions that you have right off the bat, if you want to just ask those, and we can try to start answering them. And then I figured after that we could have Sara, Margaret, and Adam and Carrie do a little quick intro of their area and what's being converted this quarter to kind of provide additional resources. How does that sound for everybody?
Sounds good.
Awesome. So I don't know how exactly to start this. I guess I could call out people's names and then you could introduce yourself. So Sara, Kipe, if you want to go first.
Sure. I think, should people mute themselves? Because I hear a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
Kind of the protocol is to mute yourself, and then when you want to speak, you unmute yourself.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay. Okay, well, my name is Sara Kipe, and I'm a librarian. And is that all we do for an introduction?
Yeah, that'll work. And then if you want to just call out someone else and do some quick introductions, that'd be great.
Well, we'll just go across the roll. Paulina, you want to go next?
Sure. Can you guys see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, my name is Paulina Hernandez. It's my first year ever attending college, and it's new to me. So yeah.
Any major questions you might have, Paulina, to get you started?
Like, I'm really confused on the whole meeting with our professors and all that. Like, do they send us an email or a text in Canvas saying what time we meet and all that? Because I'm really confused on everything.
They should.
Yeah, and Carrie would be a really good person to answer that, but I'm teaching journalism this quarter and I'm scheduling a meeting for Wednesday. So my plan is that I'll send students a link to my meeting, and I'm also gonna post it in a couple of places, maybe send an announcement, and so that they'll get a link, and then they don't have to do anything else but click on that link, right, Carrie?
Correct. Yeah. And so, Paulina, it'll show up either in an announcement or an email or sometimes in the module. So have you logged into your Canvas yet?
Yes, I'm currently logged into that right now.
Awesome. And so if you don't see anything, it's possible that they haven't set anything up yet.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully they have some instructions for you about what you should be working on this week. But hopefully if you don't see something by the end of the day, then you can reach out and say, hey, what's going on?
And
okay.
I think that's a good point that Carrie makes. Not every instructor is going to do a Zoom meeting or a Zoom introduction. So if you haven't seen a link, that doesn't necessarily mean that anything's wrong.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, well, thank you for answering my question. I was that was my main question.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
If you want help, so you can always, again, reach out to the Center for Teaching and Online Learning. That's where I'm at. And we have an open Zoom room, or you can call us or email us, because we can always go in and check and see, too, if we can see something that you're not seeing. But usually your instructors will let you know one way or another what's going on.
Oh, all right.
And Paulina, what an incredible quarter you picked for your first quarter at SPSCC or in college, at college in general.
I'm sorry?
Is this your very first quarter of college?
Yeah, it's my very first.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's pretty courageous to try it completely online. Not that you have much choice.
Right. Yeah, I'm very excited to start.
Awesome. Well,
Well,
Margaret, do you want to go?
oh,
Yeah. Sorry.
sure. I'm Margaret Thomas. I'm also a librarian. And I also teach journalism, as I mentioned, and I guess that's it.
Adam?
I was trying to do the push to talk, and anyway, so my name is Adam Jones, and I'm the administrator for, or one of the administrators for Learning Support Services. So I am in charge of the math, science, and accounting tutoring that happens. So Paulina or Faith or Donna, if you are in a math class or a science class or an accounting class, you can meet with our tutors virtually this quarter. So, and I'll be happy to answer any questions about that or give you more information when we get there.
Thanks, Adam. Faith?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Faith. So I'm a sophomore at SPSCC, and I'm also a student employee of the Student Life Department. Yeah.
And then Donna?
Hi everyone, my name is Donna. I'm currently in my second year at SPSCC. It's my last quarter for one of my majors, but it's not my very last quarter. Yeah, I was hoping to get some questions answered regarding how to access online tutoring. So since I'm in the programming major, I don't know if the students who are usually at the computing center will be tutoring virtually. Does anyone know?
Yeah, so Adam can probably give you the best answer there.
Sure. So not all of them. Well, actually, that's not true. I think all of them are staying on to do virtual tutoring this quarter. That isn't quite up and running just yet for the CIS classes. So the Student Computing Center tutors aren't up and going yet, but should be in the next day or two. Same thing for the Writing Center. But the Math, Science, and Accounting is going.
Okay. Will there be like a special like Zoom link to talk to the tutors eventually?
Yes, there will. So if you go to the Learning Support Services webpage, which is part of the SPS website, it's right on the home page there, has listed out all of our tutoring services, and then there's links to the different virtual centers also. Right now, they're just highlighted and say coming soon as far as the student computing and writing goes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
And Donna, now I recognize your name. You're our library worker, right?
Yep, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, I recognize your voice.
Yeah, I recognized your voice too. Good to see you, Donna. Good to not see you, Donna, but nice to talk to you.
Sounds terrible.
It's nice to hear from everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And then finally, Carrie?
Hey, I'm Carrie, and I work with the Center for Teaching and Online Learning. And so we support Canvas and Zoom and any kind of project or class-related stuff. And so we have a website you can go to as well. It's at the SPSCC website /CTOL, C-T-O-L. And there's a bunch of videos and supports there. But you can also just check in if you have any questions about anything kind of Canvas or course related. And if we don't know the answer, we'll send you to the right person.
Awesome. Thanks, Carrie.
One quick thing, sorry, Robert. I also we're doing something different this quarter. We're also doing evening support hours. So from 6 to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, our Zoom room will be open as well. So that's new for spring quarter.
For Donna and Paulina and Faith, are there any other particular questions that you had in mind, or would it just be helpful for each person to maybe take a moment to say how they're transitioning any of their areas or programs into an online setting?
Well, I can talk about the library and how to get help with the library. And maybe I can be really daring and try to share a screen.
Don't get
Can I
too
do
crazy,
that?
Sarah. Yeah, you can.
Let's see. Okay, students, I'll show you the library homepage. Donna, of course, already knows this, but front and center, we've got help here, how to get help from a librarian. So what librarians do is they help with research. So if your professor tells you you need sources for a paper or a project you have to write, you will want to search the library databases, which are, find articles here and you can look for books here. But if you're having trouble, we have two rooms here. Librarians are available Monday through Friday, 10 to 2, and Monday through Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m. And so you'll meet with a librarian in one of these. The librarian will be available to help you. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Then we also have a 24/7 chat service. This is a global network of librarians. They all have access to our databases and can help you find books. They can help you find articles. They can help you cite sources for a bibliography. If they can't answer a question, they'll mark it for follow-up, and an SPSCC librarian will get the question and will contact you via email. And speaking of email, you can email a librarian. So we try to respond in the same day, but it might be the next day. But I think we're supposed to respond within an hour, actually, is the goal. And so that's just an overview of how you can get help from a librarian. Margaret, you have anything to add?
I guess just to clarify, I think it's kind of obvious, but the library is closed. It says until Monday, April 13th, but the library is actually closed now until May 4th. And our collection is also closed, which means you can't get to the textbooks that are on reserve or any of the books or other materials in the library. Those don't go out this quarter, but just contact us if you need anything. We'll find a way to help.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah and Margaret. I saw that we do have a new person that just joined. So Valentina, welcome to our digital open house. And so we just wanted to kind of check in with you, see what kind of questions you might have. For Paulina, Donna, and Faith, if you do have to leave or you do feel like your answers have been satisfied, it's okay if you do have to take off. We know that this will kind of be a virtual hangout room that people might have to ebb and flow in for the remainder of the time. But Valentina, if you wanted to introduce yourself, kind of say who you were and what questions you might have, and we can try to pair you up with the right person on campus to get your answers for your questions.
And Robert, I just wanted to call your attention to Faith has raised her hand.
Oh, Faith, did you mean to raise your hand?
Yes, I used the little nonverbal feedback thing that Carrie taught me.
It's a good one.
But yeah, so this was just a question that I got from another student, because every once in a while students will message like the Instagram or the Snapchat with a specific kind of like question about their schooling, and like me as part of the social media team, I can't always like address it, but really they were just having like some technical difficulties with their computer, and I tried to like forward them to the IT department. So at first I just like sent them the number and I would like call this during like office hours, but are they only using like the Zoom room now, or will they still be like manning the phones and checking their email?
Yeah, they should still be answering the IT help desk number. So they have it working where it's patching through. So people take shifts and it basically call forwards to their home or wherever they're located at. So they should still be able to answer in that regard. I do know that the IT help ticket, it kind of depends on what the challenge is. Sometimes, depending on if it's an app or Carrie might be able to help them, or their office might be able to help them intermittently, because I know IT is getting a lot of questions. Do you know what specifically the question or the challenge was?
They were just trying to like adjust the schedule. I think class and they were getting an error message. And I told them to try it again in case it was just regular maintenance or the someday, but it just like kept happening. So I forwarded them to the IT department.
I think that's probably a good move. And if they don't hear back, you can always, if it's something class related, they could try us too. So, but I think IT's been trying to get back to people.
I called the help desk this morning and they answered right away.
Me too. I had a technology problem this morning and they answered. So not a backlog.
Okay, that's good. The student never like got back to me because I asked like if it worked out for them. So I'm assuming it did since they didn't reply back. But I just like was wondering if that like the right thing that I did. If I should have forwarded them the Zoom link instead. Like, is that preferential or not? But yeah. So thanks. That answers my question.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
So I was signed up for 3 classes, and due to coronavirus and just scheduling, I dropped 2 of them, but I had already paid the fees for those classes, and it looks like they were never refunded to me. So when or how is that supposed to happen?
I do not have the knowledge to answer that. Do you know, Robert?
I would probably connect, I would probably want to reach out to either registrar or financial aid, but Valentina, go ahead.
I would say contact your ed planner or your financial aid advisor, and you can find them through Compass. If you go to My SPSCC and Compass, you should be able to contact them directly.
Okay, I will go there. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
If I could just chime in on that last one really quick too. Oh, well, Valentina's gone now, but there is a waiting room for the One Stop as well. So you could also just simply go to the homepage and go into the Zoom waiting room for the One Stop. But too slow. All right, I'm gonna go back to eating a little bit while I listen. Thanks, y'all.
Any other kind of areas that want to highlight any of their services, or when or if potentially more online services are being created?
I have some links for, I mean, I just copied them, but if nobody's in the appropriate classes, then it won't matter. So if you're interested, if you are in a math or science or accounting class, yeah, I'd be happy to send you that, or it looks like Faith has a question.
And Paula, I'll mention, just in case this is useful to you, just to maybe keep in your back pocket the knowledge that have you ever used a library database before?
Me?
Yeah.
No, never.
So you might, well, hopefully you'll have some library instruction, but your instructors this quarter may ask you to go find some articles as part of your research. So just so that you know, you find those at the library, and those are all online, and so they're searchable and you'll be able to use them online. So you just go to the library homepage, and I'm going to try sharing a page now.
Okay.
And I'll show you where that is.
If you could please do that.
Sorry, I should have been better prepared here. So if someone asks you to do some research, you're just going to go to the library homepage and choose Start Your Research. And then that's going to give you access to all of the databases where you can find articles for your research. Okay, and these are all good ones to start with. So just to point that out, that even though the library is closed, you can still get to all of our articles through our databases.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you for sharing the information with me.
Sure.
I have a question for Carrie. Sorry, somebody else wanted to talk?
Yeah, go ahead, Paulina. What's your
I
question?
can go first. Oh, okay. I have a question about Math XL. Do you guys know the cost for it, or like the price?
I think it's around $75.
75?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that's true. Something in that neighborhood anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can also get a free trial, Paulina, when you first start, and I would really recommend you do that. If you pay for the class and then decide you're not going to stay in it, then you've already paid. But if you use the 2-week trial, you'll know, I would say, by then whether or not you're sure you're going to stay. Not that we encourage you not to stay, but it might save yourself $75 if something does come up. So
correct.
And you can do that right from the website there when you go to sign up.
Okay, yeah, that's what I see here.
Okay.
Alrighty, thank you.
And Sarah,
Carrie,
what was your question? Yeah.
Earlier you mentioned that there's a Zoom room to get help from the CTOL. And so where do people find that link?
It's in a couple of different places. It's in the Learning at SPSCC Canvas course, where students are all students are enrolled into that course automatically, and so it's listed there. We actually put it into every single course. We put a resource module into every course, and so hopefully faculty are publishing that. And then very soon it will be on the front page of our CTOL website, as soon as Brady's updated the contact info.
Okay, I will probably need that, so thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hey, Sarah. Hi.
Hi, Andrea.
Sorry I was late. I'm just still trying to get my Zoom accounts up and running for tutoring, so.
Oh, no worries. Robert's running the meeting, so.
Oh, okay, sorry. Hi, Robert.
but thanks.
No worries at all. We were just kind of going around introducing ourselves, talking about what services our areas are converting to online, kind of where we're at, and then answering some of our students' questions. So Paulina and Faith and Donna have been with us for the last 30 minutes, and we've just kind of been answering questions, and a couple people have come and gone as needed. So if you just want to kind of share who you are, how your area is doing transitioning as far as what students can expect in pairing with Adam, and just kind of what's going on. Yeah.
So I, of course, don't know all that Adam said, but yeah, so I am the admin for the Writing Center and the Computing Center. I'm in the process of trying to get Zoom accounts to get those up and running. I just haven't heard back from IT yet. So the reason that Adam's is running this is because he can use his own Zoom account, but I have to teach with mine, and I can't run 2 meetings at the same time. So it's been a little challenging to figure out how to get that working. But our plan is to have the same sort in the Writing Center, to have the same sort of tutoring where you can drop in or make an appointment. And you can make appointments by contacting me or the LSS email account, or by just going onto the Zoom account and talking to one of the tutors there. And then the Computing Center has always just been drop-in, so it will just continue to be that with the tutors waiting there. Yeah, the computing is 10 to 3, Monday through Thursday, and Friday 10 to 2. And then the writing right now is just 10 to 2, Monday through Thursday. And then for both of those centers, if we have more demand, we will add hours and tutors to those. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrea.
Andrea, excuse me, Robert, do you want to maybe show Paulina, I assume Faith and Donna already know about this, how to access the online tutoring, the free online tutoring service?
It's not set up yet.
The tutoring service we pay for is
the e-tutoring, you mean?
E-tutoring, yeah.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
So Paulina, there's a service we have where you can like submit a paper, and there are tutors who will read it and give a whole bunch of feedback. So I've used the service before. It's really helpful. But they're not SPSCC people. That's kind of a nationwide tutoring service, right?
Yeah, and so it's not synchronous. You have to submit it and then wait for a response. We do have tutors from our school that are part of it, but
yeah, this is a second option for you.
All right.
Sorry, I was not better prepared for this part.
You're totally fine. This is all a learning curve for all of us. And I think it humanizes the interaction for our students to know that we're all kind of adjusting all simultaneously. I think that if I can give one piece of advice, it's just trying to communicate with your professors as best as you can of where you're kind of at and the issues that you're running into. Because as you can see, none of it is a smooth masterpiece yet. We're all trying to get there as fast as we can.
So what I was trying to do was share my screen, but apparently I can't do that right now. So, but it's on the Learning Support Service website. There's a link to e-tutoring on there.
Okay.
And Paulina, just following up on what Robert said, because I think that's so important. And you had mentioned, well, I haven't seen a Zoom link for my instructors. Your instructors will be thrilled if they hear from you. So, I would not hesitate to send an email to any or all of your instructors and just say, hey, I'm just checking in and ask any questions, because that is really reassuring for instructors too when students check in and we know you're connected.
Correct. Alrighty, I'll do that. Thank you.
It looks like we just got a new person, so Sara and Rob Russell. If you want to unmute yourself and kind of just introduce who might be there, if it's both Sara and Rob or someone else, and what questions you might have. You have most of the professional staff that represent online tutoring as well as our library, and we're here to help and answer any questions you might have.
Scared them off.
And then they left. I guess I scared them.
Unless they change their name to Andrea Long, there's two of you, Andrea.
Well, that's
You're
interesting.
muted. We can't hear you.
I just logged into my email on another computer, and when I do that, it pops up.
Oh, okay. Well, that was fun.
Okay.
Any other questions that anyone has or anything that we want to share? I want to be mindful that we did say 2 to 3, so I don't know if this batch of students, if you have any other questions or if you want to leave, and then we can kind of just leave our accounts open in the background. I can listen for dings for the next little bit, just to be mindful in case someone was expecting to be able to sneak in on the last 15 or 20 minutes of our time. So Paulina or Faith or Donna, did you have any other questions?
I have a question about the Excel again. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
So I'm on the, I don't know if I could show you my screen. Can you see that? Or is it blurry?
It's pretty blurry.
It's
okay.
blurry and really small.
Okay, I'll just explain. So I clicked on the website for MathXL, and it says right here that this, because my professor, my professor gave us the website where we could get access to the temporary code, and I click on it, and it says that I just go to MathXL and then click register under first-time users, but then when I click register, there's no first-time users. There's just like register for a course required by your instructor, register for self-study access only, and it doesn't give me the option of first-time users, so I was confused on where to go or what to do.
Hi, Paulina. If you like, I can direct you from here to the virtual math tutoring center, and I have some tutors there, and you would also have the ability to share your screen so they can just look at what you're showing them, and they might be able to help you out a little more directly.
Could you please do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So as a matter of
you.
fact, if you want to follow along with me, I can share my screen. So from advising and support, if you look at academic support here, and then along this left menu, we're in tutoring. And you can use any of these links. So this is for accounting and math, the 2020 virtual tutoring center. So you can just click on that and it'll bring you right to that, to the tutoring space, okay? And there's tutors there right now. They should be able to help you out.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Well, so I think that'll take care of Paulina's questions about MathXL. Are there any other questions that we have from any students that we can try to answer today in our info session about academic support services?
I have a question about how come Adam can share his screen and I can't?
I am not sure, but it might have something, you know what it is? I made Adam a co-host. So let me see, if I make you a co-host now, do you have the option?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Cool, thank you.
Perfect. So we learned something new. So that, I think it's just a security feature so we don't randomly see things that we don't want to see from Zoom bombers, as we saw from the annotation, unless Adam was really just pulling our leg.
Well, that may have been me, and I'm now I have a question for Carrie. This is something that I've been encountering all morning long. So I try to leave the Zoom window and go to another window while I'm still listening to the meeting. And then when I come back, it says re-enter with your browser. So I tried to do that, and it's like it opened a new occurrence of the Zoom window.
Are you joining through Zoom, the client, or through Zoom as a browser?
Oh, well, I came into the meeting originally through the website, you know, through the college. Yeah,
but did it launch your launch the Zoom client?
Yes. And then when I tried to come back to the window, it said, do you want to get back in with your browser? And I said yes. And then I got a kind of a funky second Margaret.
Yeah, my guess is you were still in the meeting. You just had to, instead of clicking back into the meeting, you just had to reopen it by just going down to your taskbar and clicking on Zoom.
Go to the taskbar and click Zoom.
Yep, and it'll reopen the meeting that's in existence already.
Okay, when everybody is finished with all their questions, I'd like to continue to talk to you about that, Carrie, or call you back, because this is a problem I've been having all morning.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about it.
Thanks.
Awesome. Well, before we end today, I just wanted to check in one last time with Paulina, Faith, or Donna, if you have any other questions that we can try to help you with before you are rerouted to any additional services that we've provided today.
I got all my questions answered, and thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Paulina. Really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you.
Good luck this quarter.
Thank you. I appreciate it.